What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm super excited because I went to a Walmart this morning because we needed new toothpaste. But you know me, of course I gotta go peruse the little beauty aisle while I'm there, and I saw this brand new display of brand new Wet n Wild makeup, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta get this stuff to review. Not a single thing was over $5. The most expensive thing that they had was $4.98, which is insane. So I got one of everything that they had out in the display to test out for you guys today. I'm so excited. So make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and click the little bell right next to the subscribe button to be notified of all my future uploads. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and jump in. I did go ahead and prime my skin already. I used the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. I thought there was supposed to be a primer in this new collection, but my Walmart did not have it, and there wasn't even like a space for it in the display, so maybe I'm just crazy and I don't know where I got it. There was supposed to be a primer, but so I went ahead and already did that. But woo, I'm so excited. Okay, so this is their new tinted hydrator. So this says it's a tinted skin veil. It has hyaluronic acid and squalane in it. It says it's oil-free and a sheer to medium finish. So it sounds really good. The only thing I didn't like right off the bat is that there is only 8 shades. I think my Walmart only had about 5, but online it looks like there's 8 shades. Wet n Wild, honey. It's 2021, we're gonna need more than 8 shades. Sometimes when brands first launch, they only have a small amount of shades, and then like soon after they'll launch more, so hopefully that's the case here. It is not a foundation, so with more like tinted moisturizer type products like this, a lot of times there are less shades than that, but I feel like we could have had more than 8, you know? Just had to put that out there because that's just my personal thoughts. I picked up the shade light medium, so let's go ahead and try this out. It's a little squeezy tube applicator. Let me put my hair back behind me and I'll squeeze some out on the skin. Not really sure how much to be using. You guys know I like a little bit of a fuller coverage, so I'm gonna try and get this to more of a medium coverage. That's like falling off my chin. Okay. So I'm gonna use a brush with this, at least first, and then we'll blend it out more with a beauty blender. I need to like start blending this before, there we go, before it falls off my chin. The brush I'm using is the BOM 140 from Royal & Langnickel. I've really been liking this brush. So I'm gonna just kind of tap it like this first, and then we'll buff and blend. With lighter coverage products like this, I feel like this works better if you're like me and want a more fuller coverage to your skin. It feels really nice and cooling on my skin. It seems to be like morphing into my skin pretty well, even though we're not even buffing it in yet. So no complaints about that. Okay, so now that I've kind of like dotted it on the skin, now I'm gonna just go in with a typical beauty sponge and use that to blend everything in. This actually looks really pretty. I don't know, I'm liking this so far. And I know you guys, like obviously when you see me on YouTube, like I'm always using full coverage foundations because that's what I like when I'm doing like full glam looks. But on an everyday daily basis, a lot of times these are the products that I'm using because I'm not really wearing makeup, but I just want a little something on my face to cover up redness or acne or whatever it may be. So this definitely looks like a product I would love for that. And sometimes these like tinted hydrator type products have no coverage to them at all. Where I think this one, like what we did with the brush and then blending it out with this, like kept its coverage. You know, I have a lot of redness in my skin. I have some acne scars right here, which you can see peeking through a little bit, but it's nothing substantial. Like I think it gave me better coverage than I thought it was gonna give me. All right, so upon a first impression, I actually think it looks really, really nice on the skin. I'm really impressed. I'm interested to see how it lasts throughout the day. I will wear this throughout the entire day and update the description box later tonight on how this lasted throughout the day. But so far, I think it looks really nice on my skin. I really like it. And I'm not sure if I said pricing on this, but this is $4.98. Okay, now up next for concealer. I'm excited about this. This is the new Wet n Wild Mega Blast Incognito Concealer. So apparently this is supposed to be a Shape Tape dupe, like it's supposed to be like the Wet n Wild's version of the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. It's supposed to be full coverage, long wearing, like all the good stuff. So I'm interested to see, because you guys know I love Shape Tape and I love the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I got shade light medium in this. Let's see how much this cost. This was $3.98. So it's cheaper than the e.l.f. Camo, but is it as good? I don't know, we're gonna have to see. And it looks as though there is only 8 shades in this as well. So let's go ahead and try it. Little flat doe foot applicator. Glides on nicely. It has a scent to it. It's not like overly like strong, but it definitely has a scent to it, which is interesting. Like maybe, I don't know, floral? I honestly just prefer my products to be unscented, but it's not like a make it or break it for me. You know what, let's put a little on this acne scar too to see how it holds up against that. Okay, gonna go in and blend this with a beauty sponge. Looks to be keeping its coverage on my chin so far, but I feel like the under eyes are gonna be the real test. All right, I feel like it's looking pretty good. Now let's see on the under eyes. it's definitely giving a good coverage. Like it's not just like blending away like a lot of times concealers can do. Once you start like pouncing them in, it's just like, goodbye. And I'm like, wait, why did I even use that? I mean, that looks pretty good. Okay, let's see this side. And this is a matte finish, but it doesn't feel drying, at least not right now. Of course, we'll have to see how it wears. Right now, it's feeling good. All right, let's see on this little acne scar that I have. I feel like you can still see it as I blended it away, so maybe it didn't work as well on that specifically, but for my under eyes and concealing my dark circles, I think it did a good job. All right, Wet n Wild, I see you. Gonna jump in with Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana, and I'm gonna use that to set my under eye area. You guys know this is my OG, so just gonna set that all down so that hopefully it doesn't crease and crack throughout the day. We shall see, because I feel like it looks good. If it lasts well, I'll be very happy. If it doesn't crease and crack and become crazy over the hours of the day. So fingers crossed. To set all over my face, I'm gonna jump in with the Maybelline Fit Me powder. I have shade light medium here, so I'm just gonna use that to set my entire face. There was no new powders as part of this collection, so just gonna set everything down with this. Definitely has like the tinted hydrator keeps that kind of hydrating, like tackier consistency, so if you don't set it down with the powder, it's always gonna kind of be like that wet kind of feeling on your face, which I personally don't like, so I prefer to just set with the powder and be done with it. Alrighty, up next we have a new brow product. This was the cheapest one. This was $1.98, so about $2, and this is the Brow Sessive. I like the name, I think that's really cute. Brow pencil. So I got the shade medium brown. Now I will be honest with you guys, I don't love brow pencils that are like this. I'd rather pay a couple extra dollars to get like a retractable pencil. This is one that you will have to sharpen after a while, but it's not a make or break it for me, so I figured we should still try it. It's more of a personal preference thing. So I'm gonna go in with the spoolie on the one side and just spoolie my brows into place and go in with this to sculpt them out. Okay, so I can definitely tell already this is, it has like that waxy consistency that a lot of like more affordable brow products have, and I personally just don't like that because I feel like it looks very unnatural. I feel like it is probably a little bit more difficult to see through the camera, but in real life, like it kind of just like flattens your eyebrows down. Like I prefer to just have a pencil that's gonna give me color, and then if I wanna go in with a brow wax or some sort of brow gel to keep them in place, I wanna do that like on my own, instead of having this like waxy kind of consistency in the pencil. If you have like hard to manage brows, I guess it would be good. And it always kind of gives this weird like grayish tint too to the brows. Like if you run the spoolie through it, it gets a little bit better, but not my favorite. But for $2, if you need something in a pinch, it is pigmented, it will work, but I would personally tell you to spend a couple extra dollars, go get like the CoverGirl or the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. I personally like those better. You want to sharpen them, they're not as waxy. This is just not my favorite. But we're still gonna roll with it. We're still gonna do our brows. I feel like overall my brows didn't turn out really too bad. I just personally, it's not my favorite, but it's not bad. Okay, up next for our eyes. I'm so excited about this. So they have a bunch of new eyeshadow palettes. So they have these 10-pan eyeshadow palettes, and they also had a 5-pan, like smaller version. The smaller 5-pans I think were $3, and this was $4.98, so I just opted to get the 10-pan because I figured for an extra $2, might as well get 10 shadows. But what's super exciting is Wet n Wild said that they revamped their eyeshadow formula. So it's supposed to be a brand new formula, and it's supposed to be really good. So I'm really excited. I got the Nude Awakening shadow palette. They had a couple different options. We go ahead and jump on in, and we're gonna go in with this shade right here first. And I'm gonna buff this into my crease as a neutral transition shade. These palettes do not have mirrors in them, so I just have this little mirror right here that I'm using. But 10 shades for $5. I can't complain. So I'm just buffing that in windshield wiper motions. I think I'm gonna do more of like a cool toned look today. So I'm gonna go in with this very cool toned dark brown, and I'm gonna work that into the outer corner. I'm gonna just start with a little bit and then gradually build it up as needed. There even is a matte black in this palette, so maybe we'll go in with that too, but I don't wanna go too dark at first. I'm trying to remember my thoughts on like the old Wet n Wild palettes. Like to compare these for you guys, like cause the formula is new. I don't remember like really disliking them or like thinking necessarily that the formula was bad. Okay, so the color is definitely building nicely. I went in again with only a little bit since it was a deeper color. I didn't want to build it up too much, but I was able to build it up pretty well. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little mix. I'm gonna use this darker, like kind of purpley shade and mix it with this cool tone brown. So just like a little, again, not taking too much, just like buff off the excess. And I'm gonna work this into the crease to buff and blend everything together. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm not sure if it's the colors I'm using or what, but I feel like I'm not like loving the way this is turning out. I'm hoping we can turn it around. I don't know, I feel like it looks weird, like on my eyes. I don't know if that's necessarily the eyeshadow's fault. All right, let's keep going. I feel like I need like some lightness on my eyes. So I'm gonna go with this light shimmer shade right here. Looks pretty. And I'm gonna pack this. Ooh, okay. Got some nice pigment to it. And just put this on the lid. Same thing over here. Packing on with a brush right on in here. Definitely loses a bit of its luster when packed on with a brush as compared to your finger. So I would try and use your finger as much as possible with these shimmers. That's typical with a lot of shimmer shadows. I would say like 99% of them apply best with your finger. They don't show up as pigmented with a brush, and that is the case with these ones. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this shade as well. I'm gonna put it on my finger and do that towards the outer part just to add a little bit of a deeper shimmer towards that transition from light to dark. Ooh, this shade is pretty. I like it. It has like a pinky kind of undertone. And I'm gonna go back in with that light shimmer and put it right in that inner corner and inner area to make that pop, like so. Then I'm gonna go in with a tiny little liner brush, and I'm going to use the matte black to do some liner. There's no new liner in the collection, so I figured might as well use this. Okay, so this is actually pretty pigmented and applying nicely. Sometimes I like to use shadow to do my liner just to give that more like softened effect. It's a lot softer than using like a, liquid liner. That actually worked nicely. I have a little bit of fallout from that black shadow, but nothing crazy. So I'm just wiping that away. And I'm gonna go in and pack that shadow as well, really close to that lower lash line. And now I'm gonna take a fluffier brush and go in with that dark purpley color and use that to buff out the lower lash line. Like so. I'm just gonna pop in with some liner in the waterline. I almost forgot about the brow bone. How could I do that? So I'm gonna go in with this light shimmer on the brow bone just to emphasize that. Honestly, you guys, I don't know if it's like the shades that I used or what. Like, I don't think it's necessarily that the eyeshadows are bad. I just don't really love the look that I created with this, to be completely honest with you. Like, it's okay. And I think the shadows blended like decently, Again, you're getting 10 shadows for $4.98, so it is a really great price point. I personally think I prefer the e.l.f. little, like the bite-sized shadows from e.l.f. I think I like that formula better personally. So not terrible, but just personally not my favorite. I wanna see what the whole eye look looks like though once it's done, so maybe that will change my mind. So we're gonna go in with their brand new mascara. So this is the Wet n Wild Big Papa. So it's supposed to give you big volume, big lift, and big thickness. So I'm excited, and I feel like one place the drugstore really excels is in mascaras. So many good drugstore mascaras. So I'm excited to check this out. This was $4.98. Super cute packaging. There's like a little crown on the top, which I didn't see at first. I like the black and gold. This is what the wand looks like. Definitely a thicker wand. I am gonna go in and curl my lashes real quick. Where is my lash curler? I gotta find it. Found it. So just gonna curl these lashes real quick. All right, let's go in and see. Really hoping this is really good because it sounds really good. Okay, all right, that's with one coat. It lifted up my lashes. So let's go in with a little bit more. Ooh, there's a little glob on there, and really coat these lashes. Okay, that is with 2 coats. This is really good. I'm very, very pleased with the mascara because I've said this a million times, but y'all know my natural lashes are no good. Like, they're short, they're stubby, they always wanna just go straight. This is really making them look nice. And even though it's packing on a lot of volume, I feel like it's not like clumpiness, you know what I mean? Like, it still does a good job at separating your lashes. Okay, obsessed with this mascara. Like, I feel like my lashes look really, really nice. I'm gonna go in on my lower lashes now with it and just bring it down there as well. Wow, and I'm looking up closer now in the mirror, like when I'm doing my lower lashes, like the concealer is looking really good still. Really nice. Like it looks very, very nice on my under eye, so I'm very happy to see that. Okay, Big Papa Mascara is an A+ in my book. I really, really like this. I'm gonna just finish off my face really quick before we go in with the new lippy. So I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in Sunset Striptease. And I'm just gonna use this to bronze up my skin. Then I'm gonna pop in with this CoverGirl blush in Love Me. Just a little on the cheeks. And then for highlight, I'm gonna use ColourPop Flexitarian. You guys know I love this. One of my favorite highlights from ColourPop. Hopefully it is still in stock because it's so pretty. Woo! Such an icy highlight, but so pretty. And you guys know, as always, you can use code Kelly on ColourPop stuff for a discount if y'all are interested. Okay, now for the lippy, they came out with these new Cloud Pout Marshmallow Lip Mousses. So I think they're supposed to be like a liquid lipstick, but they're not gonna dry down to like a flat matte, so they're not supposed to be like drying. So I got the shade Cloud Chaser. I thought this was really pretty. They had a variety of different shades, but I just went with this like kind of neutral pinky shade. And I'm gonna go in. Oh my God, this is like the same color as my shirt. Ooh, whoa, okay, this smells really good. It smells different, I feel like, than most of their lip products do, but like a good different. It smells really nice. I would say it's a little less pigmented than like a typical liquid lipstick is. Like she's giving us pigment, but I could still see like my lips a little bit through. Oh my gosh, it literally smells like strawberry shortcake. That's what it is. It's strawberry shortcake. Ooh, this is very pretty though. I like this. It gives you like a demi matte finish. Like it's not a glossy finish or anything like that, but it feels very like nourishing on the lips. Like it literally feels like a lip balm, but it looks matte. Like it doesn't have a lot of shine to it. So I'd say if you don't really like liquid lipstick because it's too drying to your lips, maybe try these out and they would probably work better for you, because you get that same kind of look without having the dryness. Alrighty, so that is it for right now. I am gonna go in with setting spray because I always use setting spray, so I always like to tell you guys everything that I'm using, like when I'm doing wear test. So I'm gonna use the Urban Decay All Nighter. I use this with all of my foundations and complexion products. So I'm gonna just spritz with this. And we will wear this throughout the day and see. Mostly gonna be looking to see like how the complexion products wear throughout the day because I love them so far. I would say so far, Tinted Hydrator, Incognito Concealer, like this is really, really good. And the Big Papa Mascara, really, really like these, think that they're great. Eyebrow pencil and eyeshadow palette, I'm like on, like not my favorite, not the worst. And the lippy I like, I feel like I have other lippies that I like more, but again, I think it's great for people that find liquid lipsticks to be too drying. The formula so far feels really nice. All right, so I will see you guys in a couple of hours. Hey guys, coming at you to give you the wear test check-in. Everything is wearing really, really well. It's about 9:30 p.m. now, so I've been wearing this for about 10 hours, and I mean, you guys be the judge, but I think it looks pretty good. The tinted hydrators lasted really well. The concealer still looks really, really great. I have a little bit of emphasis on the texture in my skin right here, but a lot of products do that because I have texture there, so surprise, surprise. I also didn't use a primer today that like combated texture, so that could be part of it as well, but I feel like it lasted very well on my skin. Still loving the mascara as well. Looks really nice on my lashes. Still hasn't like flaked off or anything down below my eyes. So very impressed with that. The lippy lasted all right. I haven't reapplied it or anything. You could still see like a little wash of color, but I mean, obviously it's not there anymore. You would definitely get a longer lasting power from a matte liquid lipstick, something that's going to be more long wearing. This is again demi matte, so it's transferable. It's not gonna make it through like multiple meals or anything like that, but my lips don't feel dry at all. So that is really, really nice. So overall, really, really impressed with the complexion products and really love the mascara. So let me know your thoughts down below. Are you guys gonna check this stuff out? Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.